Welcome. Hello, friends. Very warm welcome to our solar festival gathering in our global garden, the very first one of the astrological year 22-23. Today is the second day of the 7-day approach to the full moon in Aries. We are also close to Easter, the festival of the living Christ, the Jewish Passover, and also we are at the midpoint of the holy month of Ramadan, which are all energetically important events for humanity, or at least large portions of it. Throughout this year, we will seek to contact the rain cloud of unknownable things, and thereupon precipitate the ideas into our work. It is the year that the 2025 initiative themed as Vision Quest, and we are inviting you to engage in this quest together as a group. And to quote Rumi, "You are not a single you. No, you are the sky and the deep sea." We will explain how we propose to engage in this quest, in this path. But before that, let us light our candles. And if you don't have one, just do so. You can do so imaginatively. And as our candles light in our global garden, let's begin our work.
Good day and welcome to you all again. As you notice, we've all got our videos off this time. Again, as you know, we continue to experiment with the formatted form. We thought this one particular would be a good time to be videos off. As our group did some retreating and thinking and pondering and listening in the previous months, looking at what we wanted to do this year, one of the group we came up with remembered the teaching from Dinah 2, the teachings on meditation. We sent the link to you earlier on and for your reference. And we thought this was a good outline, general way to go through this year. It's page 139 through 148 in Dinah 2. So we'll be following generally the outline of that meditation. But on page 147, I'm just going to read a little bit to give some indication of how we are thinking of going through this year. at the end of each month, go through the ideas you have jotted down in your daily work, and from them pick 3 which seem to carry the most inspiration and which you judge could be a seed for useful distribution or transmission. You will find this most interesting. And at the end of that year, of course, if we have 3 keywords per month, we'll have 36 seed thoughts. So we're going to start with that kind of format and invite you to join us in that process. And with each month, we'll look at the quality of light for that month. For Aries, it's the light of light itself. And so to begin, before we go into our meditation, Daniela will, if you'll put your hand up, or maybe Daniela, you'll just call people out. We would invite each one of you to put into our global garden chalice a 1-word quality or keynote of Aries that is significant for you. We'll ask you to come off mute and offer that word, and we'll collect those words as a group seed thought. Daniela?
Yes, I will just go through the list as it appears on my screen. So, Alexander.
Hello, friends. I'm Alexander, calling in today from Germany. And the keyword for Aries, receptivity.
Thank you.
And
Claire?
here's Uta with me.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, hello friends. The key word that comes to me from Aries is courage.
Thank you. Claire?
Hello, friends. I'm speaking from Dunedin in New Zealand, and the word I would like to offer into the chalice is, well, actually 2 words, turning up.
Thank you. Sharon?
I'm Sharon from Southern Ontario in Canada, and the keynote for me right now is daring.
Thank you. Hello, Andrea. Would you add a
Hello,
keyword?
everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Andrea from the United States, from the state of Florida. And I came on late, but I'm making a quick assumption of what you're all adding to the chalice in words. And my word will be resurrection.
Thank you. Darcy? For some reason I cannot.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. Hello,
Yes.
Darcy.
Hello. Please use the word supernal,
Supernal.
as in light supernal.
Thank you. Gillian?
Hello, it's Gillian from UK. My word is fire.
Thank you. John?
Greetings, this is John from Missouri, USA. The word I'd like to contribute is straight knowledge.
Thank you. Judy?
The word I would like to offer is the will to good.
Thank you. Kiki?
Kiki from Washington, D.C. Worded action. Thank you.
Maureen,
Maureen from Alaska, USA, and the word is light.
thank you. Michael,
Aloha, Michael from Hawaii, and the word I am offering is love.
thank you. Nathaniel,
My name is Nathaniel Borgen. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. The word I would offer is beginnings.
thank you. Ruth,
Hello, this is Ruth, and the word I offer is courage.
thank you. Then I'm Daniela, calling in from Brussels, and my word for the chalice is enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you. And that gives us kind of a chalice full of alignment. We'll have a short musical breathing space, and then Sasha is going to lightly guide our meditation.
And maybe while we prepare into meditation with this musical interlude, prepare please a pen and paper to write down your impressions. We recognize ourselves as souls. Bringing our focused intention, the group center, focusing on the higher good of the whole. We focus on the mental plane. And from here, as a group, we orient towards the spiritual triad. Building the group Antakarana. we focus on the quality of areas that we chose for our meditation. Reflect deeply on the quality words of the month, endeavoring to extract its quality and life, thus lifting it as high as possible. silently sound Om. Express in your own words the highest truth of the quality of word under consideration. The highest truth of the quality of the word under consideration. Relate the highest truth of the quality to the present world opportunity, thus universalizing the concept, seeing its relationship to world affairs, its usefulness and spiritual value to humanity as a whole. Relate the highest truths of the quality
I'm going to pick up. We seem to have lost Sasha. So just give me a moment.
Write down
And
your impressions. Sorry for the problems with internet. Thank you, Sharon. Please write down any impressions that come to you. Silently sound Om and refocus back to the mental plane. Now it's the period of analytical reflection, analyzing and thinking over with clarity the work you have done and the ideas now in your mind, seeing them in a true perspective in relations to the whole problem of the day. And reflect on the idea that came to you. Think about it, analyze it, and relate to life. Getting all you can out of it. And reflect on this idea in relations to yourself as the disciple. Not as a personality, but as a server. Try to make this idea as practical as possible, enabling it to qualify or enrich you during the following month. And as we move to the next phase of meditation, when we will try to formulate the ideas in the words that would speak to our brothers and sisters, and as we share them in the circle, we see it as our practice to broadcast our own truth and our recognition of the next right step that we as disciples and that those around us could and should take. So we invite us now to share into the group's chalice, into the group heart, as a way of continuing our meditation.
Just take a few moments to write down your impressions. And once the music is done, we'll bring these all back into the group. Okay, Daniela, would you take, now this is a time now to, as we did last month, we found it really valuable to have the group input again. So Daniela is going to go through our group again, and we invite you to offer your insights, short insights. Daniela?
Okay, again, as names appear on my screen, so Alexander.
I need some more time.
Okay. Claire, would you?
Why don't we just have it in a free format? Whoever is ready to share that.
Okay, yes, even better, yes. So if you're ready to share, please raise your hand and I will unmute you.
I'm happy to start, Daniela, since
Okay.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. Thank you. So the word that I offered into the chalice at the beginning was turning up. And one of the quotes that was on the meditation image was, "Let the master of my life, the soul, and likewise the one I seek to serve, throw light through me on others." And what came to me was, what are my obstacles of convenience, my distractions? Because spaciousness and dedication to the inner life is what serves my service to the outer life. So I guess an invitation to myself and to each of us to live with that congruence. Thank you.
Thank you. Michael.
Hi, I perceived the group realizing the reality that love is conscious living substance permeating the cosmos. When we change our mental focus from the propaganda of fear and hate to that of love, for all. No one can hold back its transformative power. Thank you.
Thank you. Sharon?
The word I had at the beginning was daring. And what came to me was what that would mean for me, for us, for the group, for the world, is to understand the boundarylessness of life and the total possibility of what really truly is possible. And a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh stayed with me. When everything is impermanent, everything is possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Andrea?
My word was resurrection. And what came to me was that humanity is at a threshold, as we were in the corresponding times in the civilizations of Lemuria and Atlantis. And as we resurrect the divine plan that is now being held out to us again, may we collectively resurrect what we know from the past and bring in the force of the love that Christ brought to us all. May we revitalize the divine plan for humanity and the one new civilization with the power of Christ's love. And then I heard the third time is a charm.
Thank you. John, please go ahead.
Hey, the word I started with was straight knowledge. And what came out of that was from straight knowledge, wisdom emerges, which over time, there seemed to be an unfoldment throughout the meditation through that. So from the highest truth of knowledge emerges through wisdom, and through the light of wisdom, the hearts and minds of humanity are illumined, thereby bringing about heaven on earth or a golden age. And then the light of wisdom will dissolve the crystallized problems of the day. And this occurs through us as disciples embodying wisdom through our examples, through our daily actions, but us using the teachers of the masters as examples for ourselves, and then us in turn demonstrating that example to humanity.
Thank you.
Hello, Jill here. My word was fire, and I saw that it can destroy by burning out the evils, and so it can be on a personal level where you still have some problems left to be got rid of, and in the world today it could work for destroying the evil, especially that we are seeing at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you. My own word was enthusiasm, and while I was reflecting on it, it appeared to me that it is an energy manifested through collaboration between will and love that work together to create the joy of creation as well. And it speaks to me about a fresh occasion, a fresh start, a fresh look on from a higher turn of the spiral, and which occasion we as humanity have every day, I believe, and especially now these days in so important times of our planet. Thank you. Nathaniel, please do.
My first word that I came up with is beginnings. And as I was reflecting on that in meditation, I came to the word creation, the opportunities that we have before us to transform ourselves in the world. And what happens so often is that we get bogged down in the ancient fires of the past and we hold resentments and the memories, often bad memories of positions or people we oppose, and being able to look forward ahead without those filters getting in our way, which pollutes opportunities and possibilities.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Alexander.
Yes, this is Uta.
Oh, Uta.
Yes. My word was courage, and I took this time that we had like an invocation for humanity to have the courage to initiate something new, to have the courage to listen to an inner word, an inner impulse, and taking responsibility for it, going for it, taking up leadership, each one in their own field of influence. Aries is the soul sign of Germany. So I was also like offering an invocation to Germany. Take courage to wield your own power. And for me as a disciple, it's the courage to flow, to just flow with my inner guidance, to listen to the highest impulse, even if the mind cannot grasp what it is and where it will lead me. But yes, the courage to go for this highest inner impulse. Thanks.
Thank you. Nathaniel, your hand is still up. Would you like to add something?
I can share. This is Alexander.
Please do.
My word was receptivity. And the impression that came with this word was that it's listening to the will of God to be expressed or to express it in the world. And relating it to practical service, for me, it's the work of listening to own soul, listening to the note of the soul, bringing it to the heart, allowing that note of the soul to open up through the heart. And then from the heart, go into the mind. To be analyzed and formulated and expressed further. In these times of big chaos and confusion of understanding what is true now in the world, is we as disciples have responsibility to relate to the sound of the soul, relate to the higher note, and not being caught up on the mental plane. As the mental plane is the plane where the illusion reigns, and it's the plane where the forces of materialism master their skills to confuse and to manipulate. But they cannot reach further up than that. And that's where is our discipleship power is. And that's where we need to keep our focus. And that's when we face our differences in our interpretation of what is true and how to relate to that truth. We don't separate from each other because of that. The truth of the other ones is different from our own truth. For us, it's the task of not finding what is true on the mental plane, but holding to what is essential on the level of the soul. And as we're trying to analyze and figure out what is true on the mental plane, on the level of the facts and events, not to lose the sight of what is essential and distinguish essential and true on the mental plane. Understanding that essential is much more important. We just going out of the exact alignment of Jupiter and Neptune that's been happening for the last 2 days, and we're still in the orb of this great alignment. And the phrase that's resonantly sounded for me these days was that love is not looking into each other's eyes. Love, it's looking outward in the same direction. It's from The Little Prince by Antoine Saint-Exupéry. I think it was last full moon or one of the meetings when Risa shared that phrase, and since then it was with me. And so for us, being focused on what is essential, it's looking in the same direction, knowing why we're here and what are we doing here.
Thank you very much. If you feel like sharing you can do so also through chat. If not, please raise your hand.
So it seems we've reached a place of pause. What we did last time we met was feedback into the group, the seed thoughts that came through the meditation. And so I've been scribing as you've been speaking, and I would just like to reflect back to you what came through to the group as we reflected together today. So we began, I shared, what does it mean to turn up? What are my obstacles of convenience? Those things that I allow myself to be distracted by. And how can I create more spaciousness and dedication to my inner life so that I can better serve the outer life and live with greater congruence. Michael said that the reality that love is conscious living substance is what came to him. That when we change our focus from fear to love for the whole, no one can hold back its transformative power. Sharon shared the word daring. And what would that mean for her, for us, for the group, and for the world? What if we were to understand the boundaryness of life? That when everything is impermanent, everything is possible. Andrea's word was resurrection. And she spoke of humanity being at a threshold. And that as we resurrect the divine plan, may we collectively resurrect and revitalize that plan for humanity. And then, Andrew, there was something that you said that you saw, and I didn't quite catch it, but it said the third time is a charm, is what I heard. But you might like to correct that if I misheard that later.
That's what I heard.
Okay, good, thank you. So thank you. John spoke of straight knowledge and how from straight knowledge, wisdom emerges. That through the light of wisdom, humanity's mind is illumined, affecting the dissolution of the problems of the day. And how we must use the teachings of the masters to bring about change in and for humanity. Jill's word was fire. And she spoke of how fire can destroy by burning out the evils in our personal lives, that we get rid of those problems through a fiery process. And on a world level, it's fire, the destruction of fire, that destroys the problems that we recognize. In many ways, it's that wonderful paradox of destruction and creativity together. Daniela's word was enthusiasm. Energy manifested through collaboration of joy and love. She spoke of the fresh occasion for a fresh look, a higher turn of the spiral, which is something or an opportunity that we have every single day. This collaboration between joy and love. Nathaniel's word was beginnings. Which led to creation, the opportunities that we have to transform the ancient fires of the past, old resentments and bad memories. The necessity for being able to look forward without those filters that pollute and get in the way. Utta's word was courage. And what came through to her in the meditation was an invocation for humanity to have the courage to initiate something new, to take up leadership in different fields, our different fields of interest. Also an invocation to Germany, and the call to wield our own power and to take full responsibility as disciples. And flow, the importance of flow, the courage to flow with this into the higher impulse. Alexander's word was receptivity, listening to the will of God and expressing that will in the world, and how we might relate this to our practical service. That this is really the work of listening to our own soul, the note of the soul, bringing it to the heart, and allowing that note to open up through the heart, then going from the heart to the mind, to be analyzed and formulated and expressed further. During these times of chaos and confusion, we as disciples have a great responsibility to radiate and relate to the higher notes of the soul, not on the mental plane where illusion reigns, but beyond and above manipulations and distortions. That we need to keep our focus high and not to separate from each other because truth for one has a different meaning from truth for another. The importance of discernment and distinguishing between what is true on a mental plane and what is essential on a soul level. Love is not looking into each other's eyes, but looking in the same direction. The questions came to him, why are we here? What are we doing here? And I had a little follow-up thought. What can we offer that is nourishing and for the good of all? Much to ponder. Thank you for your receptivity and deep sharing.
And from the chat, we have from Maria Cristina Aries, to be, to do, to manifest, courage, unity through effort. From Ruth, word was courage, is courage. A presence of conviction with slowing down, breathing, consciously breathing, there is space of boundless heart, birthing our highest self. Recognizing our oneness, we thrive. Thank you. And from Maureen, light. I am the light, and I live, move, and have my being within the one life. We'll have a moment of silence as we absorb that and breathe that out to the world.
As we sound the mantra of unification, we visualize the radiance from our group hearts of all the thought forms and qualities related to Aries and this full moon. The sons of men are one, and I am one with them. I seek to love, not hate. I seek to serve and not exact due service. I seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form and life and all events, and bring to light the love that underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages begun. Let love prevail. Let all people love.
Thank you all for joining us. We wish you happy Easter, Passover, Ramadan, spring weekend. We will see you again next month. We invite you to sit here for a few moments as we listen to the Gayatri, after which the gates will close, and we will see you next month.
Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat.
Thank you all. We'll be closing the gates in about 3 seconds. Have a great evening. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Love to everyone.
Thank you.